welcome back to my channel. I had a couple of questions from people about PPI medications. Like I said, people with scleroderma, or even normal people if you have, heartburn, acid indigestion, all that. What is the difference between the certain PPI medications? Like I take Dexalon. Why is it the strongest and more expensive medication? And what is an H2 blocker? Now, an H2 blocker is an actual histamine medication. It's funny, people use like Pepcid, which has an antihistamine in it for an allergy. Like if you have a severe allergy, when you go to the hospital, they use, I believe it's Pepcid, they give you, because it has an antihistamine in it. An H2 blocker actually lowers the histamines that are inside your stomach to try to help reduce acid in your stomach. It is not necessarily guaranteed. Sometimes you do have to combine the PPI medication and an antihistamine. Like I used to take Ranitine, or it's the generic version of, I lost train of my thought, but it's a different H2 blocker. And I was on both of them. Now I take Dexalon because I've literally tried omeprazole, which destroyed half of my body. I was on it for 2 years. My body got used to it. Wasn't helping. It actually caused a lot of problems. If you do have kidney problems, you do have other problems, please make sure you read up on omeprazole. If your doctor ever wants to give you a medication, make sure you ask him about the knowledge of it. Most people don't. When their doctor gives them a medication, they're just like, okay, and they go about their business. Or they read that pamphlet that tells you everything bad about it, but you don't actually know the hardcore facts of everything that it does. It's just a warning label. And I was always told by my doctor, never read those pamphlets. Ask your doctor flat out. Because people's minds are in more control than you think. And it can actually cause the symptoms in your brain and make you worry, and then you end up stopping medication that it really wasn't causing the problem. You just panicked and had anxiety and actually caused it. And that happens with any medication. So yeah, I always was told never to Google, never to look at the pamphlets, because people be like, oh my God, it causes this. And then, the next day, all of a sudden, they have that symptom magically. So what I do is I don't look at any side effect papers unless I actually feel a different side effect actually lasting longer than 24 hours. And I don't mean like the stupid ones, because every medication causes, headaches and nausea and whatever. First of all, a body, when you put something new inside your body has to get used to it. So it could take a week or two for your body to get used to any single medication. It doesn't matter what it is. Like when I first started Lyrica, I had almost every symptom in the book, but after 2 weeks, my doctor's like, just give it time. As long as you're not having an allergic reaction, give it time, see if it goes away. And after 2 weeks, all of the side effects went away. So, give yourself time. Don't go reading pamphlets, scaring yourself, and then you end up screwing yourself over because you're not getting the help that you need for whatever situation you're in medically, and you're letting your anxiety get the best of you. But, the reason why Dexalon is the best. It's actually 28 times more expensive than any other PPI medication. Most insurance companies will not approve it unless you've tried everything. See, I literally have tried everything. My esophagus is pretty bad. I have Barrett's esophagus. I have fibrosis in my esophagus. I get, it shrinks down and I barely can swallow. I have esophagitis on a regular basis and spasms. But like I said, okay, you can't expect a PPI medication like you can eat whatever you want and then take the PPI and your problem solved. No. What it's supposed to help you. It's not going to eliminate your acid. A PPI medication is to protect it from the damage that is going to end up happening from the acid, and it can also lower the acid production. Now, there is such thing as taking too much. Like if you're taking Tums, Rolaids, PPI medication, H2 blocker, and Mylanta or Gaviscon or whatever it is, you can actually have very little acidic, and it'll actually react as if you have too much. So you do have to make sure that you're very careful and cautious about how much you're taking and what you're doing to yourself. A lot of people get scared when they get certain symptoms, and I could totally relate to that because I've been there. Trust me. Your anxiety can get the best of you. But also taking too much can ruin your body. But Dexalon, this is what I do. I take 60 milligrams of Dexalon once a day. it is extended release. So 30 milligrams will come out that morning when I'm taking it, and then later on that afternoon, the other 30 milligrams will come out, which makes it 60 milligrams. So I only have to take one pill, and it'll last 24 hours. It does not eliminate my acid production. So you still have to follow the diet plan. With any medication, this is what a lot of people think, and that bothers me, because they think that, if they take a PPI medication, they can still eat whatever the hell you want. I know having a diet and being on a diet and giving up everything you love, like ice cream, chocolate, dairy, fatty foods, it sucks. You can't even go to a fair and everything is fatty food. So, it sucks. But you still have to do your diet. It's one thing to cheat, maybe once a month. But if you're eating fatty foods and you're having a problem with your GI system, just know it's what you're eating. If you're eating anything of like fried chicken, any fried foods, if you're, your ground beef and any of your beef have a lot of fat in it, that's going to cause it. A lot of vegetables cause it. Not even kidding. Broccoli, cauliflower. Our bodies, when you eat anything raw, if you eat a raw vegetable, that it's hard and it takes forever for your body to digest and for the acids to attack it. And a lot of vegetables actually have acidity in it, like tomatoes. It's actually a nightshade fruit. People think, oh, tomatoes are so great for you. Actually, they're not. They're really not. They might have some good vitamins in it, which everything seems to have that. But they are wickedly acidic. Wickedly. And a lot of people say, oh, well, I drink soda, but I have such bad heartburn. Carbonation, caffeine, sugar, soda, that's all going to destroy your esophagus. I've gotten away with eating more sugar stuff. Like if I eat a pastry, that doesn't bother me with my GI system, which is really weird. I haven't figured that out. But peppers is going to mess you up. Doesn't matter what kind, they're acidic. Eggplant, very acidic. So I definitely am going to make another video tonight if anybody's interested. And I'm going to go over the do's and don'ts, low FODMAP diet, foods that we can eat, whether you do have scleroderma, whether you have diverticulitis, whether you have, you're just a normal person with shitty ass heartburn. This is the video for you. Because I'm going to do a video in a little while and I'm going to break it all down to you, the do's and the don'ts. So if you are eating these foods, you need to stop. And I understand, like you guys don't understand, I truly understand what it's like to have to go on a diet. It sucks. It sucks. Like, I'm not kidding. It really does suck. I'm sick of turkey. I am. But the cool part is, if you guys want fried flavored taste, get an air fryer. I swear on all of you that the air fryer is worth it. It gives you that fried taste. It is so, so delicious. I'm actually going to walk with you guys because I'm making pizza for my kids tonight, and I kind of don't want to ruin it. So I'm kind of interrupting the video. But, you guys do have to know that you have to watch it. You cannot eat pizza, by the way. I don't eat pizza. I will show you what it looks like. It looks delicious and smells delicious, but I cannot eat it. But just know that one medication, a PPI, an H2 blocker, is not going to solve your acid problem. It is there to protect you. It is there to help, but it does not eliminate. If you're adding bad foods, then that means you're actually causing your own acidic problem. Mine was really bad at once. I was about to die. I was getting ulcers all the time, and I was still eating basically what I want-ish, and that was the problem until I was about to die. It was bad. Like, my ketones were at like 20. I was dying. And I stood up and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to give up. You cannot ever give up. Don't let any disease, don't let any sickness consume you and get the best of you, because you're stronger than that. You're way stronger than that. I know you're stronger than that. If I could do it, you can do it. Not even playing. If I could do it, you can frickin' do it. And I know it's hard. I know it's going to take every ounce of you to give up your favorite foods, to be able to eat. Now, here's another thing. You also have to learn to eat with portions. Now, there are times, I mainly eat with portions, but when I'm starving and I skipped a meal or did whatever, I scarf food down because I'm so hungry. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. Because what you're doing is you're literally, first of all, messing up your esophagus, and, the sphincter down below I talked to you guys about, the door's opening, it's going to stay open. But if you overfill your stomach, like say your stomach is right here, and you're overfilling it. It expands, and here's your lower esophagus. It's now going to put pressure and open up your sphincter. You cannot do that. You have to eat in small portions. Like, say you would take a sandwich. Okay, now eat half a sandwich. Half a sandwich, and, whatever side, like I eat Activia yogurt or whatever. Do nothing that's going to be acidic. And I know it's hard. Spices. Stay away from spicy. Don't do it. It will cause rapid indigestion. What you want to do is you want to get a grip on your illness, no matter what it is. No matter if you have diabetes and you have this problem. I mean, heartburn and indigestion is so common for just the universe. This has nothing to just basically do with esophagus, scleroderma, but our esophagus do shut, and we do end up with feeding tubes and stuff like that. So if you really, really want to get control of your heartburn and, acid and do all that, there is a system you have to do. People drink tonic water. You cannot have carbonation, guys. You cannot have any soda. You cannot have any, sparkling anything. No carbonation at all. It burns your throat the way it is, and it causes acid. There's acidity in it. I go for alkaline only. I drink alkaline water or spring water. Never purified. Purified water is very acidic. Just like our tap water at home. Very acidic. The most acidic bottled water is actually Dasani. Like I said, there's a YouTube video that you can watch. Just Google it up. Or YouTube it up. About acidic waters, bottled waters. And they'll actually show you with the strips which one's more acidic and what to avoid. A lot of people, they say, my throat hurts when you drink water. It's because you're drinking the wrong water. And if you did the pH test, because the pH test, it's stick a tube down your nose, you wear it for 24 hours and tells you your acidic level. That right there, they can even tell you what foods you're eating that are wrong because you write it down on the paper, and that'll be your most time you have it. But you need to understand, guys, your diet is everything. Don't expect one pill to fix it. Don't. Dexlansine does help me more than anything. Yes, it does. Do I just eat whatever I want? No, because I actually tried that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't overfill your stomach either. A lot of acid is because when people overeat, it's expanding and it's opening up the lower esophagus. You have to eat a normal sized portion. You have to. You also need to be careful of dairy. Doesn't matter if it's lactose or not. Like if you eat, they say you can eat like hard cheeses. Not true, because I tried eating Swiss and it was esophageal spasm, and I had a bad esophagitis for a few days, which is better than the few months I've had. I don't have a problem with American cheese. It says you can try feta. I have not tried feta because I'm a little afraid to, so I won't do that. So I basically can only eat American cheese. But like I said, I'm going to do a video and I'm going to name everything off that you guys can have. Fruit-wise, I know melons are basically the only thing you can have. Like cantaloupe, watermelon, honeydew melon. That stuff is actually alkaline fruit. So it benefits you. Very low acidic. Gives you the water and hydration you need and the vitamins that you need. But you cannot have oranges. You cannot, apples. Apples are so acidic. So acidic. So if you're eating applesauce and apples and all that, don't. Because it is so acidic, guys. But yeah, PPI is there to help. It is there to prevent damage. It is there to help with some production of acid. But if you're taking the pill and now you're eating a bunch of food that causes acid, you're now like eliminating what the pill's supposed to be doing. Now you're just filled with acid because you think the pill is going to fix all the acid in your stomach, and it's not. So your diet matters. Your medications you're supposed to follow matters. But Dexlansine is known in all clinical trials to be the strongest. It does not have a generic. Dexlansine has 0 generic brands, which is another reason why it's so expensive. But if you do want to give it a try, talk to your doctor and be like, hey, listen, this isn't working for me. Because, omeprazole sort of did help, but then it stopped working. It did cause kidney damage, by the way, and a lot of kidney stones. And then I tried all the other ones. And man, I forgot what the last one was called that started with a P. It's like on the tip of my tongue. Prosananol? I don't know, something like that. But that gave me the worst freaking migraines ever. And it wasn't working. Like, I could take one pill with Dexlansine and see the way it is without a PPI medication. My body turns bright red. I instantly go into esophagitis because I have a high production of acid. But when I take other ones, Nope. After a few hours of just taking one pill, I turn bright red and get esophagitis. So it cannot handle, you know, anything higher. For people that have hardcore, acidity, Dexalent works great for. But when it comes to my kind of hardcore acidity level, none of the other ones even touch it. It was such a waste of time and a waste of suffering. But I will do a video about, what is in FODMAP, the do's and the don'ts and all that. But Dexalent is known to be the best one. H2 blockers are histamines. They take away, it's an antihistamine. It's like taking Benadryl and taking, Pepcid and taking all those, which can also can show to lower acidity levels. If you take it 30 minutes before you eat, it does help the production, but it's not a PPI. It does not do the same thing as a PPI. It's actually a lot weaker than a PPI medication. A PPI medication is supposed to protect you from damage, and it's supposed to lower acidity levels, not take away. So if you're adding acidity, the pill's actually useless. Why even take the pill if you're just going to keep adding acidity levels? Your diet is everything. Once you control your diet and you stick to it, and you take the medication you will have less attacks, and I promise you that, because I went through it, and I finally sucked it up and did the diet and did everything I was supposed to do, and I did get better. When I do cheat, I suffer, and sometimes it's not even worth it. But I will be doing the video tonight, just giving you guys a heads up, and this is more like an intro video of what that one's going to be like. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Try stay mentally sane, because I know it's really hard right now. Especially because I'm a single mom and I'm, trying to teach my kids stuff that 2 different grades, and it's just a freaking mess. I'm just drained, and I don't even get to sleep either, which is another thing with autoimmune. You need your sleep, and I know it's hard because we're in pain. Again, separate video. I hope you guys have a good day. God bless. Please stay healthy and safe. Bye, guys.